Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Hi. So, stuck in my house, I was kind of out of ideas, but I was anyway working on all my freelance projects. So I thought, why not suck some content out of that? So welcome to the new series called Design with Me, and here I'll be working on some old designs which I have to revamp or restructure and put them up on my portfolio, or any new project that I'll be picking up in the near future. But overall, my goal with these videos is to provide you with some value, take you through my train of thought of how I pursue a problem and reach to a final goal or a solution for no matter a client-based project or a fictional project, basically anything that I am working on as a multimedia designer. So, welcome to the first episode. Today I'll be designing my logo folio or my logo portfolio. These are like my old logos that I've done from 2019 to till date, and the scene is that I have lost the original Illustrator files, so I'll be creating all of them from scratch. So yeah, please tell me it is just not me who does that. So starting with the first one, this one was for a carpet company, and I started off with the letter G, and the only thing you have to do for landing such a logo is sketching, and sketching. So a common misconception about sketching is that if you want to be good at sketching, you need to be good at drawing, which is clearly false. Because in sketching, you are not working towards perfection. In drawing, you are. Yes, you are. When you're sketching, you are trying to curate most and maximum ideas out of nothing on a piece of paper. You just need a piece of paper and a pen, and you just need to start with different elements and patterns and similarities that can be put together to represent a brand or a service. So that is that. Another thing is that at least if you are starting out in logo designing or anything where you need sketching, please use a piece of paper and a pen. You shouldn't be working on digital softwares or platforms, because वहाँ पे एक चीज़ होती है called undo, and that is a bad idea, because undo allows you to gain perfection. You are not working towards perfection. You need more quantity than quality, as I mentioned, and you can leave the quality part when you vectorize those logos or anything that you're working on. So when you're sketching, you need more quantity and you need to curate more and more and more ideas and leave the quality part for later. So I try to add some context next to the logo. And why is that important? Because as a designer, you are offering a solution to a client, not just that digital piece of art. You can actually write a thesis as to how that one digital piece of art can represent an entire brand, a community, or a company, because that is a really deep thing as to what you as a designer you are offering to your client. So that context is really, really important. So with that, to the next logo, and this one is really close to me because of two main reasons. First being that this was one of my earliest logos, and I did this for Aditi's street play team. So yeah, Aditi is one of the reasons. And the second reason was that this was a logo in Hindi typography, the Devanagari typography. So that was a challenge for me as an early designer. I was very new in the freelance scene, and it is the only logo that I did in Hindi typography. So Hindi typography generally or genuinely excites me and is a challenge for me. So yeah, this was a very fun logo, and that's why it's one of my favorites. So the next one is for a healthcare application. So what it does is basically the application records your heart rate. It connects to your wearable, and that's how it records your heart rate. It constantly is recording them through the intervals of the day, so the doctor can view it, you as a patient can view it. Then what else? there's a data science algorithm which is constantly working on that record. So in the future, it can tell you that at what time of the day or what parts of the week you can possibly see those highs or the lows. So before we move on to the logo, what I just did was give you the context of the application, context of the problem. So the solution or the logo, whenever you figure out or I work on the logo, it will make much more sense to you. And that's why I said context is really, really important. And another thing, if you want to try with your portfolio, is that take the viewer through a journey of how you reach to that goal or how you reach to that solution of the problem. Because any potential viewer of your portfolio is a potential client. He is viewing your portfolio because he maybe wants to work with you in the future. So you have to come across as a problem solver more than a designer. How you pursue a problem, how you view it, how you come across the different loopholes or the shortcomings that come in front of you, or what design theories you adapt or apply in various parts. So those small little things are really, really important. Now, coming to the logo. Yeah. So what I did here was I worked with three main elements. First was the initial letter B, and then the two main interesting elements. It was the heart sign and the first aid sign. So what I did here can be applied anywhere, literally anywhere, whether you're working on UI UX or designing a platform, you are working on product design, anywhere you're working on, this can be applied there. And what it does is trigger someone's subconscious. You already know those two little elements, and when it is combined into a different piece of design or a different piece of logo, so it triggers your recognized memory. You already know those, but when you see the final logo, you somewhat know that this is about healthcare. And just like almost any design theory, this is also a mixture of design and psychology. Almost every design theory is like that though. So whenever you use this theory and come up with a design, you get a very memorable piece. So yeah, that's how it came out. So with that, we come to the last one for the day, and this one was for a sanitizer brand. Started off with the initial letter B. I tried to use some negative space here and tried to compile those two hands, though these two hands represent a couple of things. So first thing was that the process of sanitization, when your two hands come together and you use the product, so that is one thing. And the second thing was the symmetry, and the hands coming together also represent more safety or security, which any sanitizer product is trying to do right now in these times at least. So all of this, I tried to compile this in negative space, so all of this looks like one unit and a single piece and not multiple units trying to come together. So yeah, that was that, and that was the final logo. So with that, I tried to put all the logos together to make the final project that goes up on Behance. So if you're interested, the link of the full project will be in the description, so you can might as well check that out. And I'll be making more of these. So कर दो वही generic sheet, like, share, subscribe कर दो, सबका तो कर ही रहे हो, मेरा भी कर दो. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
It sound right, boy.
पजामा पहन के शूट किया मैंने पूरा. पता चला किसी को? ये पता चला. ये कंटेंट क्रिएटर.